Hey guys, finally he sleeps here. We've been flipping cars now for a couple of years, and I've been talking lately that I'm kind of done with the selling part of it, and I wanted to find something to build to keep. And so the last 3 months, the market kind of switched here in the US, and it's been a struggle trying to find cars cheap enough to flip, and let alone custom builds to be able to flip. That's been going for about a year. The values have just, it's the inflation and everything else. So for the last 3-4 months, I've been looking for a project of my own, and I haven't had an S10 in a long time. And my last one was a 98 that was complete and fully built. It was the last truck I built for myself. And I kind of wanted to go back to my roots, but I wanted an extended cab because I wanted to build a stereo for it. And we've been looking for something with decent bones that we can start working on, and we finally found it. So here it is. This is the S10. You can tell there's some surface rust on it, nothing major. There's no big dents, no giant cab rust holes. It's been garaged at some point, but over the last few years it's been outside. So we do have some rocker panel rust and rust along the bottom of the doors, but that's all nothing compared to most of the ones we've been looking at. It's got a 4.3 liter V6 in it. It's the big engine compared to the 2.2, which most of them had. The only problem with the 4.3, besides the additional power, is they're almost all automatics. So it is an automatic, not a stick, which isn't ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Interior wise, the truck's pretty clean. There's no cracked dash. Everything's working. It is an extended cab, so there's plenty of room to do the build that I want in the back. Overall, this is pretty much the roughest part on the truck. It's solid from behind. It's not all the way through. It's mostly surface rust. That's all going to have to be repaired. It is going to get wrapped. The wrap has already been picked out. So that does make bodywork much easier because we're not going to try to finish it for paint. We just need to finish it for wrap. The next step on this thing, first step, is going to be a 4-inch drop and then replacing the wheels. We're going to pull all the trim off, replace all the small stuff, and then we got some mechanical things to correct. This door right here is broke. Can't do anything with the door. Let's see. I found out this morning that the lovely guy who sold this to me failed to mention that the key for the ignition does not do the door locks, and I only got one key. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we were locked out of the truck this morning, had to wedge it here and come in with a wire and actually do it old school. I mean, the truck's like 24 years old, so you can do it that way. It's not anything big. Mirrors need replaced. The big positive though with an S10 is these things are kind of like Miatas. All the parts are dirt cheap. They're so cheap. A 4-inch drop on this with shocks and complete, we're gonna have about 400 bucks in parts. Again, budget build, so the wheels that we're gonna go for it is, I'm not picking out anything special. We're just gonna go with what I can find used. Front end's decent. I'll probably swap the bumper out. Bug shield's gonna be gone. All the trim is today's project. Trim and fixing the doors is gonna be first. And then next will be bumper gets ripped off. Roll pan, all the logos will be gone. Tonneau cover, then we'll start on the interior. Stereo. The plan for this right now is to go simple, replace door panels. We're not going to add mids or highs because again, this is a budget build. But behind here in the back, here we'll rip out the jack and the seats and everything. And my vision, if I can get it to fit, is either two 12-inch in 6th order bandpass and 2 10s imported, or one dual voice coil 15 and 6th order with 2 10s. We'll see. Got to figure out dimensions and what we want. That'll be as sad as it is, the stereo will be the most expensive thing in this build. All right, that's it. I'm excited. This thing's gonna get started. We'll do a 10-minute build when this thing is all done, as far as what it ends up looking like before we're finished, but it'll probably take a year before this thing is complete. So get ready for upcoming videos on this thing. It's going to be a project truck, and it'll be a long-term thing. So thanks a lot for watching. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.